always love hip-hop. Keep it flowing like a river, so I drip drop. Verses and bars, we eating dinner with the stars. Excuse me while I float away, my brain is on Mars. Cause it's the Big Kids Podcast with Chris Williams. Sit back, relax, like your spliff, we in the building.
Yo, 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 this is Chris Williams. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Kids Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. So right off the bat, I re-listened to last week's episode, and I told you guys I was going to let you in on what I was working on, and I completely forgot by the end of the podcast. So let's just start off with that today. So me and a friend of mine, Duff. He's been on the podcast a couple times. You go back, listen to some of his episodes. But we decided to start another podcast to cover football during football season and then figure out whatever the hell else we're going to do with it after football season. But we're calling it High Sports with C. Willie and Duff. And that episode will also be premiering tomorrow. We will be covering Thursday night games. We'll be giving hot takes. We will just be having a good time, talking shit, talking football, probably having some debates. Should be a good time. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to having guests on. I think it's going to be a real good time. And I also like doing it with another person because if I'm unable to get an episode in, he could take the reins, and vice versa. If he's unable to get an episode in, I'll be able to take the reins. I'm assuming that we are going to use our vast connections with people out there in the world. Everyone likes to talk football. For whatever reason, this year, just football feels different. Maybe it's because it's the first year in quite a few years where things feel pretty normal again. I know ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl, my interest in football has kind of waned. I think, at that point, what was it, 17 years of being an Eagles fan? I first became an Eagles fan in 2001. It was whatever year Donovan McNabb was drafted. I want to say 2001 Donovan was drafted. So, I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs. We won a Super Bowl, and then I just kind of didn't give a fuck again after that. But I don't want to get into too much football talk because that's what tonight's podcast is for. So yes, I don't know. We're still figuring things out. This is kind of a last minute thing. In the past week, just things have been very hectic, so we've been just trying to bounce ideas off of each other back and forth as much as we can. But this is a work in progress, just like everything else, but at least I do have a little bit of knowledge. I've done 120 some odd episodes of a podcast, so I have some sort of an idea of how to produce things. So with that said, we're already a little further ahead than I was when I was initially starting this podcast. So I'm looking forward to that. I think you guys should definitely tune in. Even if you don't like football, I think you guys will get a fucking kick out of it. Anytime me and Duff talk, it's like nothing changed, I haven't seen Duff in 3-4 years. We talk, it's like I saw him yesterday, type of thing. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Look out for it. We are starting a YouTube page, High Sports it's called. So give it a subscribe. And also subscribe to the Big Kids Podcast on YouTube. We're trying to get our numbers up there to reach what they are on SoundCloud. And again, they're not crazy on SoundCloud, but I have more on SoundCloud than I got on fucking YouTube. I've also been doing it on SoundCloud since day one. But again, go out, like, subscribe, High Sports and the Big Kids Podcast on YouTube. Now, with all that being said, guys, let's I got a couple situations that I need to air out. I got a couple things that I need to vent about and complain about. So I'm going through my bills, because, you know, I'm an adult, and, you know, every once in a while as an adult, you get that, like, little pit in your stomach, like, oh, shit, man, I should probably check my bank account, just see how things are, see what things are looking like, see if I need to make any changes, you know? So I'm going through, and I don't know how it works for everybody else's fucking banking app, but banking apps are super fucking clutch nowadays. We didn't always have them. You know, for you guys that don't know, banking apps weren't always a thing. You'd have to go to your bank, you know, you'd have to take something out of your ATM or go to the ATM to see how much you got in there. You'd have to ask the clerk for an updated report, or you would have to wait monthly to get it. You just didn't have this information at the tip of your fingers. But anyway, I have it now, so I'm going through, and it tells you this is how much you have, this is how much you had after this purchase, this is how much you have, this is how much you had after the next purchase, so on and so forth. So it breaks down how you got from this number to your current balance. So I'm looking through it, and sorry guys, my phone might ring. I'm gonna turn it on vibrate now, but I'm going through the purchases, and I'm like, all right, $5 for that, $13 for my ESPN, Disney Plus, Hulu thing. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. You know, I fucking use all three of those things enough to pay the 13 and some change for that. All right, $5 for Discovery, Showtime, $4.99. What the fuck? When the hell is this from? So I had to go through like all my emails and find out what fucking email I signed up for Showtime with. Had to go cancel that. So they've been getting $5 a month from me for God knows how long. You know, but anyway, so I'm going through. I get that taken care of. I get to SoundCloud. SoundCloud got some funky shit going on too. I think they're getting an extra $5 a month from me that they don't need to get too. So I need to figure that out. But they make it a super pain in the ass. You can't even do it on the mobile mode on your phone or the app. You can't do shit with your subscription there. So I'm gonna have to go onto the website on my laptop and figure it out. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, gotta figure that out. And then here comes Netflix, and I'm like, Netflix. $16.73 for the standard package? Oh, hell fucking no. I am not paying you assholes $16.73 for one, you to make my shit more difficult in terms of shit. So here my dad fucking calling me. I'm gonna have to call you back, Dad. You're charging me $16.73 and you're limiting the amount of people that I can allow to use my Netflix account. If you're charging me $17 a month, I should be able to let whoever the fuck I want use my Netflix account. You know, my email's updated. I get the email when somebody signs into my shit. So if I'm paying you $17 a month, I should be able to share it with my fucking dad, my grandmother, fucking anybody. It's none of your goddamn business, honestly. But anyway, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, there's got to be a fucking cheaper option, right? You know, if HBO has a $10 a month option, how the fuck doesn't Netflix have a $10 a month option? So I go and look, and of course, you know, they call it standard. I think they call it standard so they could charge you fucking $7 more a month right off rip without even allowing you or letting you know that there's a lesser package. You know, so there's a $10 a month package, but the kicker is, it's not in HD. It's not in HD, and only one person can use it at a time, or it can only be signed in with one device at a time. So I'm like, yo, man, this is some fucking bullshit. You know what? And I'm looking, and again, I'm going through all the account information. I have been a member of Netflix since May 2010. May 2010. I didn't even graduate high school yet. I was still a couple months away from graduating high school before when my family became a Netflix subscriber. And I say my family instead of just me because for a while my dad was paying for Netflix, and then he got fucking fed up with Netflix and said, well, if you want to continue the account, you put your fucking card information on there because I'm fucking tired of Netflix. So I really think Netflix needs to do some self-evaluating. I think they really need to figure out what they want to do, what their target audience is, because trying to be a whole entire cable company apparently is not fucking working for you guys. If Showtime is $10 a month, if HBO is $10 a month, if Hulu, Disney, and ESPN Plus is $13 a month, and you guys, that has to be the most expensive one, right? Netflix? Amazon Prime, that shit comes along with your fucking Amazon Prime shit. You get Amazon Prime deals and you get videos and TV shows with your Amazon Prime. And what's Amazon Prime? It was just $117 a year? Okay. Alright, so it's some shit like that. I'm not gonna look it up right now. It's something, $120 something a year, something like that. Netflix a year is what? What's 17? I will look this up. $17.63 times 12. $17.63 times 12. $211.56 a year. I'm not paying that for any other fucking streaming service. I'm not paying that for Discovery Plus. I'm not paying that for HBO. HBO, I'm paying I'm paying like double. Pretty much paying fucking double for Netflix than I am HBO. Now again, I go back to you need to figure out what you guys want to do. Because what you guys have been doing is just continue to put out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, fucking 10 new things every single fucking day of the week, damn near. And if not every day of the week, 4 or 5 times a week. You're putting out new shit all the fucking time. And then when people don't have the chance to watch the new show, new movie that you put out, you just cancel it. How do you not give people enough time to decide if they want to watch that show or not, if they want to invest their time in that show or not, if they like that show or not, even if they just want it for background noise, because we know that's what a lot of this shit is too. A lot of times the TV's just on. The TV's just playing in the background. So I think it's time for you guys to figure it out a little bit. Shows should not be getting canceled at the rate that they are after one season. Because people didn't watch it fast enough. Because the viewing numbers for the opening weekend, the opening 2 weeks, the opening even month didn't reach what we thought it was going to reach. No shit. There are so much fucking things to watch on here. Listen, I don't know what the comparison is in terms of stock numbers between or net worth between Netflix and HBO. All I know is HBO puts out the best quality shows you could fucking produce. And HBO's been around since how long? How long has HBO been around for? So if HBO could figure out the formula to, okay, maybe we don't need 15 fucking shows and 7 new movies out every single fucking month. But every 3-4 months, we're going to have 3 or 4 shows. We're going to have 1 or 2 movies. And them shits are going to fucking match up with Netflix's, Amazon's, Showtime, Stars, whoever. It's going to match up with all their fucking numbers. Our best show is going to be just as good, if not better, as their fucking best show. Why? Because we focused on it. We took time to develop it over years. Listen, guys, whoever has watched Game of Thrones, the first fucking half of season 1 of Game of Thrones, if not the whole first season, is kind of fucking boring. It's kind of fucking boring. But if you invest, if you're like, you know what, I am going to watch this show, and you keep plugging through, you're going to like it. And it's the same thing they did with fucking Stranger Things on Netflix. Listen, guys, if we're being real, season 1 of Stranger Things, really not that fucking good. Really not that good. But Netflix had a plan. They did not go into Stranger Things being like, all right, we're going to see what happens with this. No, they knew what the fuck they were doing. Yo, this is going to run for 4 or 5 seasons. We know that going into this. We already know that. We might have some ups, we might have some downs, but we already know that. Okay, guys, look at Stranger Things now. Look at Stranger Things. You guys even did that shit with House of Cards, which, from what I can remember, was one of your, if not the first original series that Netflix did. And even though the fucking main character did some whole other shit, it had to be kicked off the show, you guys still finished that show because you invested in it. People were invested in it. And while I didn't see the last season, because I don't really like fucking shows once you kill off the main character, you still finished it. Worry about 2-3 shows. Worry about 2 or 3 documentary series. Worry about a movie every quarter. Stop doing this fucking over the top shit, because I promise you, people are going to stop paying this. If people saw that they're paying $17 a month for fucking Netflix, I am sure the amount of canceled subscriptions would be crazy. If people were aware that they were paying $17 for you to tell me that I can't share my account information with my fucking dad, I'm sure you would have a lot of problems. Or you'd get them subscribers that only subscribe when their new show comes out. And then they cancel their shit when they're done watching it. Get it for a month. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll pay the $17 for this month. I'm not going to give you this shit month after month, no questions asked. So I don't know what Netflix needs to do. I don't know how they go about coming up with movie and show ideas, and how we figure out how committed we are to these shows and movies, but something needs to fucking change. Because I'm telling you, I downgraded to the fucking $10 a month package, and if you guys try to up that shit, we're gonna have a fucking problem, because I honestly don't need Netflix. I have Netflix for convenience. I have Netflix, so I don't gotta fucking worry about it. I can just hit fucking play and the shit plays. But I have all that other shit. I shouldn't have Hulu, Disney, ESPN, Discovery Plus, and HBO for all 5 of those things for like $6-7 more than I pay for Netflix. My streaming shit shouldn't be, my streaming per month bill should not double because of one streaming service. Maybe if you guys figured it out and made your shit $5-7 a month, I'm sure more people would fucking buy in. But no, we're just gonna keep year after year, just keep raising your shit because we want to make a bunch of fucking movies and TV shows that nobody cares about, and not even saying they don't care about it because they're not good. We don't give a fuck about it because you're charging us $17 a month, and there's fucking you feel like it's like sensory overload trying to find something to watch on fucking Netflix. And then you guys don't even do a good job. I don't know what algorithm you guys have, but you guys do a fucking pretty piss poor job of recommending what we should watch next. You do a piss poor job of promoting. You do a piss poor job of letting us know. I gotta find out 2-3 years later, which honestly, I'm fine with that. Goddamn big ass truck. I'm fine with finding out 2-3 years later, because if the show was good, then it'll be 3 seasons in, it'll be 2 seasons in, and I can play catch up. And I'm sure I'm not the only person that likes to catch a show where I can watch a lot of episodes in a row, and I don't have to sit down there every single week and fucking wait for a new episode to come out. I honestly do think that there is a place for that. But Netflix, your whole thing's supposed to be about binging. You know, so maybe if you know a show is good and the public isn't giving you the reception that you want right now, today, maybe have a little foresight. Maybe be like, okay, when this shit hits, this shit'll hit. Think about it. You guys put on fucking movies from 2003 that were shit in 2003, but on Netflix, they're the number 1 streaming movie. Number 3 streaming movie. Come on. All right, what else do I want to complain about today? It's easier to do a very much me complaining episode than anything else, because I'm really trying to mentally prepare myself for having to do another podcast episode later. I get a little overwhelmed too, you know. Me and Duff are gonna have to figure out if we want to continue the Wednesday into Thursday, or if I'm gonna have to change up my recording habits. Maybe I'll have to start doing it fucking Tuesday, or maybe I gotta start just waking up ass crack early and just getting it done early in the day, so I'm not fucking worried about it later on in the day. I don't know. Gotta figure it out. My homeboy Rich, he got me this fucking, I'm counting it as a fucking a birthday gift. He didn't say here's a birthday gift, but he gave me this big ass post-it, fucking look like some kindergarten big ass post-it sheet fucking thing. I don't even know what the fuck it's called, and I'm not really telling you guys. I'm not really explaining it too well. I'm looking at it right now, but I pinned it up against my wall, and I can fucking, it's just write my ideas throughout the week of how I want to do the podcast. So that's fucking super helpful, and just want to say thank you for that. But yeah, so I got to figure out how things are going to go moving forward. I got to figure out if I need to change some things around. But that's part of the game, right? That's part of the game. And honestly, my ass waking up at 5 o'clock to do this and starting my day at 6:30, you know, that's not a terrible fucking day. You know, you get a lot of shit done between 6:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. You know, you get a whole bunch of shit done. So we'll see how things shake out. See how things fucking shake out. What was next? Oh, guys. Let's talk about Madden free play weekend. Alright, now, I've been complaining about Madden for a number of weeks now. I don't remember if I did last week. If I didn't last week, I did it the week before. Now, I've told you guys, my beef with Madden is strictly the price. The gameplay is bad because of what I gotta pay, you know? Now, I explained to you guys the other week what a AAA game is. Now, a AAA game, for you guys who didn't catch it the other week, it's a game that is priced $60, $70, $80. We're not talking about indie companies. We're not talking about small companies. We're talking AAA is fucking Activision, EA, fucking what the fuck's Call of Duty? They have two. Call of Duty has two studios. But anyway, it's those types of games. Those are considered AAA fucking games. Now, Madden and EA Sports have not really changed a goddamn thing about Madden in 12, 13 years, maybe even longer than that. It's been quite some time since they've made some real changes to Madden. Even when it comes to Ultimate Team, it is the same shit year after year. I didn't even log into Ultimate Team this weekend because why? You know why? That's probably the reason why you guys have free-to-play weekend in the first place, because you want people to sign on, do Ultimate Team so they can use some historic fucking players instead of just giving it to us for the $60 that we fucking paid. The $70 that we paid, the $100 that we paid. No, you want us to sign into this. You want us to put a enormous amount of time into getting these said classic players, these Hall of Fame players, these legends. Or you could just spend $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 and you might get one. Okay? So those are the options. My thought is that you guys did the free weekend to try to bait people to either, one, spend some money one time, two, have a blend of time / money spent put into your game, or three, become addicted to your game where you feel like you need to spend the money. And guys, I've been down that road. I played Madden Ultimate Team for 2 years. In the first year, it fucking was addictive and it consumed my life. And while I wasn't spending crazy money like everybody else was, I easily spent $150 extra. And I'm very happy that I started to notice that my whole entire fucking week, my whole entire life for that year was revolving around me hitting a certain amount of wins and doing the weekend tournament and trying to get this fucking player and trying to get... I'm like, dude, this shit is super addictive and I can't live like this. And I'm sure that is how plenty of people, their weeks go. It revolves around Madden Ultimate Team. I wanted to just play the game to have some fucking fun. I wanted to play the game to be able to run scenarios through the game, set certain shit up, have 2 running backs that might be both 1,000-yard rushers, have a wide receiver who I can move to a running back and get him a couple yards rushing. Just switch it up. Kind of feel like that old school NCAA feel. And I don't get that. I don't get that feeling from this game. And I haven't got that feeling from this game for years. And that is why I still have not bought it. And I won't buy it until the motherfucker is on sale and I feel comfortable paying for it. Because I do like the updated rosters. I do like the updated jerseys. And, sorry, I'm texting. I got car shit going on. But I do like those things. But I don't like paying full price for those things when that's really all that's changing. The expansion, well, I shouldn't even call it expansion because you can't even do an expansion in a franchise mode. You can't add teams. You can move teams, but you can't add teams. So moving your team from one city to another and changing their logo and all that, it's been the same ones for years. Years. Had to be 10 plus years. You guys just are making no changes in regards to that. Like, fuck it. How hard is it if you're not going to let us customize our team? How hard is it to put in fucking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more fucking teams? How hard is that? And again, guys, these are complaints because I'm paying full price. I'm paying full price. Well, I'm not this year. I'm not. This is the first year. And I'm fucking sticking to my guns. And you know what? And like, to go back to the free play weekend, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hop on here and I'm going to try to have as much fun as I possibly can and see if my mind can be changed. And I got on there and I ran through franchise and I had a good time for a while. And then shit got stagnant. It's the same shit. At one point, guys, listen. They have a mock draft and shit like that throughout the season to kind of show you who you might want to pick. I'm the fucking Houston Texans. Carson Wentz is my quarterback. Carson Wentz threw for 50 fucking touchdowns. 50 touchdowns. Now, if you know anything, the Houston Texans have two first round picks next year. One from the Browns and then their own. So I'm looking through the mock draft, first mock draft, second mock draft, third, fourth, fifth mock draft. Every mock draft is not only suggesting that I draft a quarterback. Listen, guys, I get it. I get Carson Wentz might not be that good in the fucking game. I just threw for 50 fucking touchdowns and he's 30 years old. Okay? Where's the logic at? They not only tell me to draft one quarterback, they tell me to draft 2 quarterbacks in the first round. What kind of dumb shit is that? Okay, now let's bring it back even a little bit more. It's free agency. I'm trying to sign some players in free agency. it never tells me that I signed these players in free agency. I had to go to my roster and look at my roster to see if they actually signed with me or not. That's like very minor and minimal, but again, if I'm paying full price for this, these should not be issues. Then there's the gameplay. Guys, the deep cross still is such a glitch. Such a glitch. And I was using it to my benefit when I was down. Need a quick score before half. You got 8 seconds left in the game. You're down by 3. You need to get down the field. I got Jamison Williams. The dude's like a 98 speed, and he's running a crosser. Deep crosser. He's open every single time. Open every single time. And again, I did have fun. It was cool to play with some of the new guys, build up stories, even if it's not within the game how it should be, at least within my fucking head. Like, listen, at the end of the season, because I did play the shit out of it between the EA play shit, the 10-hour trial, and this. So I made it through a whole season of franchise, not playing the whole game, just playing the offensive side. And I had a running back with 12 touchdowns, 600 rushing yards, and 850 receiving yards, and he had 12 total touchdowns. He wasn't even considered on the best running backs list. How? If Alvin Kamara makes fucking All-Pro and Pro Bowl every single fucking year with similar type of numbers, how the fuck am I not even on the consideration? I think it's a top 15 or top 20 list. And I get he was the backup, but still, that's what he did. He got busy. I was getting busy with my running backs. God, it just feels like there's no love put into this game. It feels like whoever's making the game does not play it. And it just, again, if this was a $20 game, you would hear shit out of my mouth. But you continue to get people to go onto YouTube and talk up how the game is so fucking great and how it's not the game, it's you. How, it's just endless fucking excuses for why the game is so stagnant, why the game is so empty, why the game is still $60, $70, $100 fucking dollars when they're making majority of their money off of Madden Ultimate Team. And there's people like Ryan Moody out there that day after day cover it. And he should be covering it because he has an audience and people need to know. Guys, I knew there was something wrong with Madden for years. I knew there was reasons why I'd go 6-7 months without fucking playing a game of Madden. I knew it. I didn't know exactly what, but I fucking knew it. And now, when I caught on to Ryan and started watching his videos and started interacting with that community, you see. And then you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it fucking irritates you that these people continue to make billions of fucking dollars selling us the same fucking thing. Like, I really need to know how much money they put into actually producing the fucking game. Because it can't be much, guys. It really cannot be much. It's the same game year after year after year. And then they try to bring back some old features and call them new. And it's just the same shit. And I'm tired of it. And the only reason I talk about it is because it's the only licensed NFL game you could fucking play. It's sickening. It's football season. I want to play a football game. They know that, and that's why they fucking take advantage of it. And I really, truly think that the NFL's in on it too. Because there's no way in the world that you think that having your name on this product is good for business. Unless you're really, really, really in on pulling the wool over the audience's eyes. Over the customer's eyes. That's the only way you could think what the fuck is going down is in any way, shape, form, okay. Like I said, guys, I got my fix of Madden for the fucking weekend, and I'm looking, and this shit is still $60 as it stands right now, $70 as it stands right now. I'm not spending that. I'm not spending that. I will go spend $60 on a different game. before I spend $60 on that. I think the Kirby game is $60 still. I'll go spend $60 on fucking Kirby before I buy that. I will go back. I will play Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64 before I spend $60 on that shit. I'll fucking go on eBay and get myself a fucking Sega Saturn and get that game buggered just for nostalgia purposes before I spend $60 on that. And to do all that is going to be more than $60 fucking dollars. To get a Sega Saturn and that game would be more than $60, but I would rather do that than spend give these motherfuckers $60 of my money. I'm telling you, around Thanksgiving time, I guarantee that shit is about 66% off. Oh, they're going to try to market it. Oh, it's a Thanksgiving sale. We're just so thankful for you guys. I'd be fucking pissed. Every year that I've bought in that game for the past 4 or 5 years, when I saw the price reduction within 2-3 months of me buying it, that kind of pissed me off. And I said, oh, I'm not going to buy the game next time. Oh, I'm not going to. No. And then I would do it. And then I would fucking do it. And I've been sticking to my fucking guns this year. And I'm going to continue to stick to my guns until I see a significant price reduction where I feel comfortable buying the motherfucker. And at that point, you guys will probably try to have made so many fixes that it probably would fuck up the game even more than it is right now. Because one fix creates 2 problems with you guys. And we'll see. You know, we'll see. You can only hope for the fucking best. I really just hope that the NFL opens it up. Doesn't give EA exclusive rights. It opens it up. I'm not saying you gotta okay every single game, but you should let people try. Let people try. We can't even get a fucking NFL Streets type of product anymore. A Blitz type of product anymore. It's just the same bland ass Madden animation based bullshit. And it's going to keep being that way if we keep paying these motherfuckers full price and then giving them money through Madden Ultimate Team. And with that said, guys, I got one more thing to bitch, moan, and complain about today. But first, I want to start you guys off with this video.
First, it was the Russia hoax, then it was Comey's crossfire hurricane, Mueller's witch hunt, the Emoluments Clause investigation from the House Oversight Committee, a House Ways and Means investigation into Trump's taxes, another House investigation into Trump's hotel lease, another House investigation into foreign gift disclosures, a D.C. probe into Trump's inauguration fundraising, another similar investigation from the Southern District of New York and the Eastern District of New York and from New Jersey's Attorney General. One impeachment investigation into a regular phone call with Ukraine, a second impeachment investigation into January 6th, yet another House committee investigation into January 6th that is still ongoing with more hearings to come. And then there's the Southern District of New York's investigation into pardons, a DOJ probe into Trump's Political Action Committee, another House investigation into the Trump administration's security clearance process, other investigations into Trump's property valuations, and of course his social media, Truth Social, the Trump Foundation, as well as a variety of other tax investigations, and of course the National Archives investigation that led to the Mar-a-Lago raid. You got all that?
Sean, you really understand that you just literally made it very convenient for us to know all the fucked up things that Trump has done. Because in very few, if any of those, was Trump deemed not at fault. He was the president of the United States and nobody wanted to prosecute him. If Obama did one of those things, Fox News' head would have fucking exploded. The hypocrisy is fucking ridiculous, guys. The whataboutisms, the my side, not your side shit. Listen, Al Franken just started to be able to make appearances on fucking TV again. He just got to start to do that. After what, 4 years, 5 fucking years? Al got in trouble. He was a comedian, grabbed some titty. Probably shouldn't have been grabbing titty, but he was a fucking comedian. They ousted his ass for half a decade. He was a senator. So get the fuck out of here. So listen, it's one thing if you're keeping secrets until they're not secrets anymore. But once all this shit comes out about a person, once all this shit comes out about a fucking guy, how do you continue to support him so full-throated? You guys do not miss a fucking beat. You guys do not miss a step standing up for this fucking man. And that is why Republicans and Democrats are not the same. Good faith politics is no more. And that's not due to Democrats. That's due to Republicans. I was just watching, before I came on here, the GOP's, the House GOP's weekly press conference. And they're on there talking shit about how California, and this is a lie, guys. I had to take a pause because I had to think about how I wanted to word this. They're lying. They're saying in California, in a couple of years, you're not going to be able to buy cars that run off of gasoline. You're going to have to buy electric cars. Okay, first of all, that is a 13-year fucking jump from now. It's 2035, I believe the year is. By 2035, California will no longer be selling anything but electric cars. Okay, that gives us 13 years, guys. Do you know how much shit happens in 13 years? Guys, the internet didn't really become popping. If you're 30 like me, the internet wasn't popping until we were about 13 years old. So we went from fucking pretty much no internet, AOL, startup bullshit, 13 years later to have some decent fucking internet, to still fucked up internet. Okay, so in 13 years, I'm pretty sure that'll be figured out. I'm pretty sure there is a plan for that 13-year period. Okay, his next argument is you can't even charge the cars. California's telling you you can only charge it here, there, and there. They can't even support it. Again, in 13 years, I'm sure there are plans in motion to make it so everybody can charge their motherfucking car. No shit, it's not ready today. So again, that's bad faith arguments. That is not an argument that you're having in good faith. You're making shit up. And guys, we know that people like Donald Trump, people like Steve Scalise, they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. They would sell out their fucking mom if it made them a couple bucks. Because they sure as hell are selling out democracy in the country over a couple dollars. Wouldn't it just be nice to have good faith arguments? Here are the facts here. Here are the facts there. The fact that they had heart attacks over Joe Biden's speech last week for calling out fascists is pretty fucking ironic when Donald Trump himself has called people fascists. You ain't have shit to say then, huh? But you continue to make it okay that Donald Trump took documents away. You continue to make it okay that Donald Trump has never showed anyone his taxes. And then when we did find out what his tax situation looked like, we found out that Trump is not as rich as he tries to make it seem that he is. During these investigations, we find out how many millions of dollars Donald Trump has frauded, has stolen from his own supporters. Trump University was a scam. Trump Steaks went out of business. Trump Airlines went out of business. These things were not successful. You were getting political favors done for people that stayed in your hotels. You were pardoning people that were grifting money off of a build the wall fucking Kickstarter or whatever the fuck Steve Bannon was doing. You pardoned those people. And Sean Hannity just reminded us all of all the fucked up things that you have done. I don't think that went the way that Sean wanted it to go. I think for Sean, he was doing you a favor. But in fact, he was doing everybody else a favor. Because in most of those cases, if not all, there was a shit ton. I can't fucking break each one down right here. But in each one of those, you were found liable. But they did not want to pursue prosecuting a sitting president. And you know that. So stop trying to play dumb. Stop trying to act like you don't know. Because you're a fucking sleazeball. Listen, everybody, all of those people, I don't fucking believe not one of those motherfuckers down there does this for anything but to soothe their God complex. If you think that you single-handedly can save America, you have a God complex. You have something fucking wrong with you. So it's not like I'm saying Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, all these people didn't have sleazy tendencies too, but you got all of them. Plus, you got all of them and they're amplified. Every terrible quality that any president has ever fucking had throughout history, you possess it. It's not just one of them. It's not just two of them. It's all of them. But again, people continue to support you. People continue to send you money. Even though time after time after time, you've been proven to not be responsible with said money, but they continue to send it to you. And until the day comes where they don't, you're gonna have the juice. But the thing is, when you keep playing with fire, there's the chances of you getting burnt keep rising. And the day that your supporters start to realize what you're doing to them, you're not going to have anybody. Nobody's going to be there to save you. Nobody's going to give a fuck if you go to prison. And that's just the reality of it. And that's just the reality of being a normal fucking person that most people don't give a fuck about. And I sense that your day is coming, man. I sense that your day is coming. And it's going to get to the point where these Republicans can't keep shielding you, can't keep fucking putting their necks on the line, because they're going to get in trouble too. They're going to get arrested. They're going to have to pay fines and do jail and prison time. But again, you don't care about that. You don't give a damn about that. Because somebody's going to fucking prison here. Somebody's doing a little bit of time. And I have a feeling that if it's between you and your kids are doing the jail time. If it's between you and Melania's doing that jail time. And it sure as hell if it's between you and Rudy Giuliani, we know who's doing it then. But yeah, guys, so that's where we're at with things. The video, if you're watching audio, that is from the Lincoln Project. That'll be in the description if you want to give it a look. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much fucking time on Trump. I think 10 minutes is more than enough, but this shit is fucking outrageous. Dude's a menace to fucking society, like big time. Like big fucking time. Speaking of who else is a menace to society, parting words before I end this is the fucking Kardashians. They're at it again. I don't know exactly what they're at, but they're at fucking something again, and I'm just so over it. I wish there really was a way where I did not have to go onto my Instagram and see anything related to any Kardashian, any Jenner, or a Kanye West. I could very much do without it, but you can't get away from it. You motherfuckers are really going to make me just have to completely stop using social media to get away from this shit. I do not care about either of those people, any of those people. And they sure as hell don't care about me or you either. But we continue to hit click, hit like, hit watch again, and we keep giving them their views, and we keep giving them everything that they want, because that's where they get their power. If we treated them like the local family from our town that thinks that they're hot shit but really aren't, they wouldn't have any fucking juice. They wouldn't have any power. They wouldn't be setting trends and fucking up markets and doing all that other shit. They have absolutely way too much influence. Between them and Kanye West, absolutely way too much influence. And it's fucking dangerous. Talking about dangerous people here. The Trumps, the Republicans, and fucking Kanye West and the Kardashian Jenners. Jesus. So yeah, I just saw they're up to something. I'm not even fucking doing no deep dive into it, because then I'm giving them exactly what they want. My time, my views. Not happening. Not fucking happening. Alright guys, I think that's the episode today. I think it's a little shorter. Like I said, I gotta go prep for the podcast episode tonight with Duff. Again, look out for that. High Sports. We will have it up on YouTube. The YouTube page has already started. There's nothing up there yet, but it will be up on the YouTube page. And yeah, guys, I'm just very much looking forward to it, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And I thank you guys for coming and listening like every week, you know. Again, without your likes, your views, your comments, your engagement, this show wouldn't be shit either. And I'm not even saying that it's anything anywhere close to a Kardashian or Kanye West, but I come on here, I speak my shit, and you guys, you know, help me out. You repost them, you fucking like them, you comment on them, and more importantly, you listen to it at least for enough time for it to count as a fucking listen. So I appreciate that. Alright guys, with that said, I want you to be safe, be easy, and wash your ass. I'll catch you later tonight. Peace.